part about this whole process, guys, and making money online, scaling from 0 to 10K a month, is this sauce, okay? So keep this in mind, guys. I've been in sales for 7 years. Not only that, but door-to-door sales, guys. And if you know anything about door-to-door, we're dogs, we're animals. Fugazi, anything we say is belief, right? Anything I say is conviction, right? In their minds, because what do people buy off most? Emotions, okay? So when I can pull their emotions out during the close, during the set, going inbound or outbound, whether that be cold calls, okay? It could be inbound cold DMs. It can be ad generated. It can even be organically. Guys, the best part, and this is what a lot of coaches miss, is they think they need a script, right? They think they need a funnel. I don't believe in all that crap. What I believe is being a good human being and being genuine. You know what I mean? What I mean by that is like, okay, so what we're about to go over is all the way from the set to the close, right? Now the cool part about all this is, guys, keep this in mind. We are doing this, what? Organically, okay? Organically. Now, when I say organically, I don't pay for ads, okay? I don't believe in ads. Do they work? I'm sure they do, right? I've ran them. I need to learn how to run them better, but I have had more success by building actual connections with my audience by what I post. And then what I post is then what? What do I track and what I want to sell to? Because, guys, the algorithm is so unique. It literally dials it in exactly what you post, whether that be construction. Say if I did BMX riding, if I was on a scooter, guess what it's going to give me? People who ride BMX, people who ride scooters, people who do construction. Like literally, it's so unique. So what do you have to do? Make it whatever it is you do. That's why when you come in here and we build your personal brand, you got to offer a service around that niche, and you got to think, okay, how can I offer something that's actually going to help people, okay? And then you come up with what we call a roadmap, okay? So anytime you sell anything, okay, you need to think of it like this, all right? So you have your intro, right? What's our intro? We want to keep it simple. We don't want to be too much. So anytime somebody hits me up, guess what I'm like? I'm going to do, hey, how's it going? I want to help you. I don't want to hurt you. If I can't help you at all, I'm going to leave you alone. Okay, so how do I come off being cool and nonchalant? Typically, I'm like, hey man, thanks for the support. It means the world to me. I don't want to sell, right? So what I just say, hey man, it means the world to me. Thank you for supporting me. Keep doing so. I'm here for you and I'm watching your journey. I love you, bro. Thank you. God brought you here, and I genuinely believe that. See what I'm doing there? It humanizes the situation, guys, okay? So your intro is like, hey, you want to come off cool. It's easy. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you, okay? What's after intro? You have your problem, okay? What's our problem? It could be anything, right? So God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We need to listen, okay? We need to ask questions here. So how do we find the problem, and what questions do we ask? Hey man, what are your content goals? What are you trying to achieve with the fitness? What are you trying to achieve with your services? Hey, what systems are you running? Dude, we are literally twins in here, and I'm just getting along with him. Why? Not only is it humanizing the situation, but I'm being genuine. I care about him. Why? Because anytime somebody asks you questions and validates your feelings, what do you have to feel like? This guy cares about me, you know what I mean? Because what did I say? People buy off emotions. And when you can pull it out of them, that's when they get sentimental and start buying from you, okay? So you have your intro and your problem. How do we find the problem? Ask questions. Easy, right? Okay, like I said, what questions? What do we go over? You remember? What are we doing with your content right now? Okay, what are you trying to achieve? Talk to me, man. Where are you from? Why are we asking these questions? It gets them to break their guard. No, I'm actually a human being and I'm not some auto DM bot trying to get a deal off his ass. Okay? But when I can ask him correct questions, I can then what? Break down my customer. Okay? So breaking down and get to know him. Breaking down. Now we're friends, right? Now we know each other. Okay? What comes after problem? We have our pain, man, from asking these questions here. Okay? So now we have pain. What's pain? He tells you his why. He tells you what he's struggling with, right? Because we asked him what? What are your systems? How are you doing? Oh, you don't have systems? Okay, well, we need to plug and play your systems. You know what I mean? We know that, but we don't want to tell him that. So how do we do so? Keep it natural. We're just a friend. Figure it out. Get to know him. Build a relationship. You ever heard that saying, shake a hand, meet a friend? Try it. It works out really well. So we what? We go to intro. We went to the problem. Now we're breaking him down. We just asked all these good questions, which is going to lead us to the pain. So when we get to the pain part, guess what? Boy, we should be pulling that out of him. My buddy just told me he struggles with faith in Jesus Christ. So guess what I offer when he comes into this? Guys, if you're not putting Jesus Christ at the center of it all, you're crazy. Okay? Lord is going to not only help your business, but you're going to see exponential growth with your people as well. Okay? So always incorporate Jesus, right? So let's just say it was faith-based. Dude, I struggle with waking up in the morning. I struggle with routine. I struggle with my faith. I don't know where I'm going. The unseen, I don't know if I have faith in it. So what am I going to do? Because I listened more than I talked. I asked the correct questions. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to hit him with everything he just told me, and I'm going to give him what? A resignation with me, right? I want to resonate with him. I want him to make me feel like, hey, I went through the same things. I already solved A, B, and C. I can help you with X, Y, and Z, okay? And we tell him that. Say, dude, I went through the same thing. Not only did I go through the same thing, but dude, I've had very similar situations, and I'm sending this all through voice memo, guys. If you're texting, you're lazy. If you're following a ChatGPT script, you're lazy. You want to see more deals? You want to see people stay longer? You gotta freaking send some voice memos, and you gotta bring your tonality and belief and conviction into your voice, because pain in a voice sells. You can probably tell right now that like my pain sells because you can hear it in my voice. I'm very authentic because I have been through it. Okay, so when I go into pain and I'm trying to circle with him and resonate, hey dude, I went through the exact same things. Now tell me this. Now I know you said you're going through that. Now what if you came into Pivotal Edge and we had an option to where like I hold you accountable, I hold your hand at the end of the tunnel, and by the end of it, you're going to see not only your life change in the morning with your routine, because I have an accountability check-in when you come in. Okay, I want my guys dialed, right? But we don't want to go in too quick with that. All we want to do is resonate with the pain, because what does this do? It builds emotion, right? Emotion. And then emotion is going to come down here to a little thing called my solution, right? My services. And then we go into the explaining, right? So my services. Okay, services, solution. Boom. Right? And what's our solution? Okay, hey man, when you come in here, not only am I going to keep you in line, but I'm going to be annoying you. You said you struggle with this. The only way I got out of my pivot back in the day was I had to do X or A, B, and C, and then X, Y, and Z came later. Right? And what was that? Like I get up in the morning, I hit my knees. First thing, I pray. Okay, second, I'm journaling. Okay, look at this. I'm journaling. I'm reading my scriptures. God centers everything in the morning, because if I give my life to Him first thing, you're going to see the businesses get you closer to the veil, and while you're living right and getting rid of all the vices, which I'm going to hold you accountable with, right? Because I'm going to know, because why? You have to do this when you come in here, and if you don't, I don't want nothing to do with you, right? So then this will get us to what? The pullback. Okay? You ever gave your drunk friend some keys? You're like, here man, can you take me home? And then you remember he's drunk and you're like, oh my gosh, no. Right? We want to pull back from him. Right? And what is this? What is a pullback, guys? It's like, hey, you're probably a good fit. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay? When you come into Pivotal Edge, it's hard, man. It's not for everybody. Okay? So before I book this call, I would like to know, like, hey, you're actually taking this serious. Okay, like my time's just as valuable as yours. Would you agree? Okay, perfect. Let's continue, right? So I just want to make sure you're a good candidate before I book the call and set you up with a call with Ashton, or set up a call with my services, because guys, this isn't easy. Keep making it feel like this is something they need. It's hard to get approved for. You know what I mean? It's like, So when they do get approved, guess what? They're logged in and they know, you set the pre-expectations to know like they got to dial in or they're getting cut and I'm going to take them for everything they're freaking worth. Okay? So we do the pullback, and then what comes after the pullback, guys? Hard close. Guys, if you're setting in the DMs, that's a book call, right? You put it in the Calendly, you book the lead. Cool, 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 right? Now we get them on the phone call. But before the phone call, there's one more thing you gotta do. We gotta pre-qualify them now, right? So this comes back to the pullback one more time. Okay, so now we're right there at the end of the funnel. We're in the cold DMs, it's inbound, outbound, I don't care what it is. We've humanized the situation from the intro. Hey, how you doing? I just care about you, get to know you, cool, right? What's the problem? I'm asking all my questions. Okay, a lot of people have problems with this. Do you have any problems with this? No? Oh, you do? Okay, cool. Now what do I do with that problem? I come into the pain, okay, and I bring the pain to the table, and then I go back to emotion, because what do people buy off most? Emotion, okay? Because when you can fiddle, diddle, whittle, they'll buy, okay? And then you come down to the services and what I offer, my solution, and how I can help. While doing what in between? Saying, hey, I understand, I've been through this. Why? Because I'm building trust. It's like, you're not the only one out here, bro. We're all a community. So when you come in here, you see what I'm doing? I'm giving him a gold nugget and I'm taking a gold nugget. I give him a gold nugget and I take a gold nugget. Guys, that is crucial. You got to play the game. You can't use these ChatGPT cold call scripts or, word for word one-liners. It don't work. It's too salesy. It'll never happen. But what can happen is if you play the game right and do all the stuff I'm talking about, it'll then go to the hard close. But before the hard close, you got to pre-qualify them, okay? So we don't want no time wasters, and how do we solve that? It's by asking more questions in the end. Say, hey, I know you, of course, want to invest in yourself. You obviously wouldn't be talking to me because we've made it this far, right? But before I book this call, this is something you have to invest in. Would you happen to have at least $400 to $500 set to the side? So I'm not taking food off your dinner plate or, bills or wife getting on you, whatever it may be. How much do you have to invest in yourself in something like this? Because like I said, my time is just as valuable as yours. So when you come in here, man, and I set up the call with Amos or I set up the call with my guy, I know you're legit. And I know like, hey, this kid wants to change his life because like I said, I don't want to waste your time and I'm looking for go-getters. And if you're not that, I don't think it's going to be a good fit. Okay, why do I word it like that? I don't want to just ask him word for word, do you have at least $400 on your hand? No, bro. Okay, we want to act like we care again, just like, hey, my time's just as valuable as yours. Now, I'm not trying to be that guy, but my service, I work hard on it, and my time's very valuable because when you come into Pivotal Edge, where it's going to be blood, sweat, and tears, right? So do you have some money set to the side that you think you could invest into yourself and that you see the value to invest into something for you in your career? Just say in a perfect world, something that you can go make $10,000 a month with. Is that something you're interested in, sir? Perfect, cool. Now you know how much is in his bank account, okay? And if you're not asking those questions, you're crazy. You need to know how much you're playing with so when you're on the call, you know how much you can close his ass for. Okay? That's the biggest point. How much money do they have and if they're serious? Okay? So do it. Find out how much money they have. After the hard close, like now he's hooked. He wants to book the call, but hey, this ain't for everybody, Budro. Do you have the money to invest in yourself? And of course, you got a few guys if you gaze it to make it seem like you're not just looking for money. Your service means a lot to you, and what you offer is very serious, okay? Guys, you can use this in the set pre-frame, right in the DMs. You can use this in the ad DMs. You can do this as a cold call, whatever it may be. This roadmap right here, the intro, problem, pain, solution, pullback, and hard close, will make you some money. All right? And how do I know that? Because I made a lot of money on it. Not only that, but if you guys learn the ins and outs of your services and what it offers and how you can resonate and give him a gold nugget and take a gold nugget and keep it smooth and natural, that's when people see the authenticity, they see the generosity and be like, dang, this guy actually cares and he's not just one of these guys ChatGPTing me and he's legit, he's the real deal. You know what I mean? That's what we want because our last name is everything and we want to build something substantial for our people and we want a service that actually helps people. All right, but you have to have what? Belief and conviction in your voice of your product. Because you see how I'm talking? If you're not in the voice memos like that, guys, you're tripping. I have so much blood, sweat, and tears in my voice that they can feel it in the DMs. Okay? That I booked a call, and then guess what? I get in the close pre-frame. I do the same gosh dang thing. Okay? Which I'll show you guys in the next video. Hope you like that. That's how you freaking set a DM. Okay? So remember, keep it humanized, keep it natural, keep it simple. We don't want to be too salesy, too pushy. Just straight up to the point. Hey, this is what I do. This is how I can help. This is what I've been through. I can resonate with you, right? Because it's like when your friend throws an egg at you. You don't want to just let that egg bust in your hand. You know what I mean? You want to lather it. You want to pet it. You want to catch it nice and easy so it don't bust. Okay, that's what happens. A lot of these guys just burn through leads. You need to nurture it properly, and that's how you freaking do it, man.